Hello again everyone! If you're new here, I usually make art videos and tell you lore and thought behind it. But today I'm bringing something different to the table. Hot takes! I have stuff I want to get off my chest that won't be directly related to anything I'm drawing. So that's what I'll be doing today. It's a controversial Pokémon topic, but it must be said. Ash Ketchum's victory in Alola League does not count. Now, while the ones who've picked their side already and grabbing their pitchforks and burning me in effigy, let's go over some evidence. Firstly, the structure of Alola League itself lacks rigor. Instead of established gym leaders and formalized process, it opened itself up to anyone who wanted to participate. While it's a respectable way to drum a crowd for an organization still growing into itself, this does mean that the competitors Ash faced lacked refinement and experience compared to the other leagues. Collecting the 8 badges filtered out a lot of the competition, even before eliminations. In the same way your local fighting game tournament is a whole different game than EVO. Speaking of eliminations, next is weird 3-stage elimination process. First is Battle Royale, then a 1v1 elimination bracket, then a 2v2 semifinals, and then 3v3 battle for the finals. The problem starts right away with the Battle Royale being an excuse to get rid of a bunch of mob characters. You know, the faceless background characters that might get a text-only first name at best? Just chuck them into the meat grinder. Because it's too late to make them a satisfying rival character. I get that it's a super popular game mode among the target audience and has only gotten bigger since, but it feels really strange to do as a tournament round. Imagine you got eliminated by some bug catcher who KO'd your level 87 Tyranitar with lucky critical hit Fury swipes, which does bring up the fact that so many of the protagonists do the unspoken sin of team scumming. In an all versus all setup, how could you team up in good conscience? Mallow and Lana and Lily and Kiawe both keep each other in the game against the spirit of the rules. Sure, Team Skull gets in on it, but they're supposed to be the underhanded losers. Ash even gets within KO range, but then gets his spot saved by pity. I know the protagonist gets the benefit of plot armor and all that, but come on!
Kill him! Kill him!
Just go straight to the elimination round instead of this whole detour. In fact, the only one of the protagonists who didn't need such tactics nor mercy was the pinnacle of manliness himself, Sophocles. Yeah, that's my boy. All the best side of Clement with none of the downsides. You my boy, Sophocles, not cheating like the others. All his episodes really sold me on his good and true nature, and he really lived up to it on this day. Sadly, however, he still only has 2 Pokémon, and the finals are 3v3. See a problem? From an audience and in-universe perspective, how can you have people in the tournament who are inherently in disadvantage for the finals? Fan favorite Lana only has 2 Pokémon, Primarina and her Eevee Sandy. Lily just has her Alolan Vulpix Snowy. Mallow only shows off her Terracerina and Shaman. Kiawe is good to go with Charizard, Turtonator, and Alolan Marowak. But best boy Sophocles is rolling in with only his Togedemaru and Vikavolt. I think we can all just guess which one of them is going to the 3v3 rounds from that alone. Imagine a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament where some people just show up with half-size deck. Anyways, I can understand that the full 6v6 might drag on for too many episodes, but it just struck me as less epic. Usually the journey was always towards the league, with the gym battles, hardships, and lesson learned by the protagonist team showing how everybody grows wiser and stronger. And the time spent in Alola was super fun, but it didn't have the same feeling of progression towards the league. And it just being thrown at the crew where everybody had really shallow lineup just felt underwhelming.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
But hey, sometimes a really underwhelming episode is the production crew saving their best for Hal versus Ash writing wasn't great. Ash missing the Z move in such a boring way. The plot armor way Rowlet dodges Decidueye's Z move. The feather molting to dodge. Spamming the self-damaging Brave Bird. Something a little more grounded in itself would have been more satisfying. Of course Ash was going to win. They decided on this in the outlining stage. But they could have made it felt more earned. Now Hal is forever salty. In the end, I'm just ranting. I do like how they ended off the series with some fan service by giving Ash the ghost Pokemon people have been wanting for him ever since we saw him with that Haunter. Same with the Dragonite. It was a really high note. The new Pokemon animation series has been real fun too. I just needed to rant a bit. So thank you all for sticking it through. I'll be heading back to the art mine, so look forward to the next video. And I hope to see you all sometime soon.